Hello and welcome to my first ever Planet Coaster video. So we're making our first ever Planet Coaster 2 park. Now I've never done anything like this before. I played a lot of Planet Coaster 1 and I never actually finished any of my parks. I end up building them and I get bored, so I've made it a priority to actually make a full theme park, record it for you guys, and you guys can comment below like what names we could do for some of the rides and stuff. So basically, the theme park I'm going for is called Adventure Isles, and it's going to be a bit of a tour around the world, going to different periods of times in different countries. So we're doing the entrance bit here. I did record quite a bit before this, but it didn't seem to record, so I've lost all that. So this is where we're up to now. I'm just doing the gift shop here. But this entrance area is going to be like an old English style entrance. So think about like Victorian Britain and stuff like that. That's kind of the style I'm going for. Lots of wooden houses. I was going to go with like thatched roofs and stuff, but I just kind of went against that. I'm just going for like the tiled stuff. So basically, when you walk in, you've got toilets, you've got guest services, and then you come through this little bridge here, and you've got the gift shop here, which we're working on now. This bit that I'm doing now, this is actually going to be like the box office where you get your fast track and stuff. And there's also like an old English pub as well called the Black Bull. I just thought, may as well go for a generic name. Now, you see them all over the UK, so I thought the Black Bull would work really well. So yeah, we're gonna do this. The other areas I'm thinking as well. So with Planet Coaster 2, I'm actually a little bit disappointed with the lack of themes. Like in the first one, we had, what did we have? We had Western. We had like a Japan kind of feel. Theme. I don't know if it was Japan or it was like an Asian pack. We had spooky, we had a pirate, and there's just none of that in this game. We've literally got Viking. Like the two main ones are Viking in like Greek gods kind of theme. So I've kind of worked out what lands I want to do, and we're gonna have to put a lot of detail into these. Obviously, we don't have the themed packs. We're gonna have to do a lot of like custom theming. So basically the ones that I want, so we're doing this bit first, which is the English area. To the right, which is going to be the next episode, we're going to do a Viking area. That's going to have, so I've worked out what rides I want as well. So the Viking area, I want a RMC, I want a dive coaster, a bit like Valkyria at Liseberg, and an indoor water ride, a lot like Valhalla basically, a bit of a Valhalla knockoff. And then another area I want is a Chinese area, like lots of like dragons and stuff, Chinese dragons, and that is going to be heavily themed, and it's also based a bit like Portaventura, where Shambhala and Dragon Khan are. So I'm going to have a hyper, a bit like Shambhala, and instead of a sit-down coaster like Dragon Khan, I'm going to have an invert, and then a little kids roller coaster as well, like a junior dragon roller coaster, and maybe a few more flat rides in that area. And then another area I want to do is a Greek area, and that will have a water roller coaster, and a Vekoma looper, a bit like Let Coaster. And then I'm going to do like a Roman area, which I think I've just watched the Gladiator 2 the other day, and that really made me want to do this area. So think about like ancient Rome. This will have like a wooden roller coaster, a bit like Troy at Toverland. And also like probably a max spinner I'm thinking for that area as well. Again, a few more flat rides. I've not really thought about the flat rides yet. And then I want to do like a medieval area, which will have a launch coaster. Again, I'm going to base this mainly off Taran at Phantasialand, that Klugheim area. And it'll also have a dark ride in that, like a haunted house, haunted castle kind of dark ride. And then I'm going to do a western area, which is going to be hard because obviously we don't have any western theming, but we have got a lot of wooden pieces, so I'm sure I'll be able to do that. And in the western area, I'm going to have a rapids ride, a intimate multi-dimension coaster, which is going to be fully indoor, and just a standard mine train. And then I'm going to do a Swiss area, so Switzerland. I'm thinking like Alpine, Wild Mouse. My thinking of this is like Europa Park, with their, I can't remember what the Alpine Blitz, is it called? Something like that. It's like it's a Mack Wild Mouse kind of roller coaster. That's what I'm going for there. And then I'm thinking like an indoor dark ride, shooting dark ride, maybe like theme it to like a Swiss cheese factory, and you have to like shoot the mice, like the mice are trying to eat all the cheese. That's what I'm gonna go for with that. And then finally like a Caribbean pirate area, and the only idea I've got for that at the moment is like a standard boomerang roller coaster. But going back to the video now, as you can see, we're working on a train station. Now I want this train to go right around the full perimeter of the theme park, with a station in each of the lands that we've just discussed and that I'm going to be putting in. So I'm theming up this station. It's just very generic. It's an open station platform like what you get in England, with a station building, which is this what we're putting in now. So basically, mainly what I've done in this video is I've put the shells of the video in, and then off camera I will like put a lot more detail in. I just thought when I'm detailing the buildings, I'm very slow at it. I like taking my time, trying different pieces. I just thought if I record all that, it just won't be great for the video. So mainly in the videos, you're going to see me put all the rides in, the main part of the buildings, and then off camera I'll probably just go back and detail all the buildings. I'll do a little bit of detailing. As you can see in the video, I will be doing a little bit. And going back to this area, with it obviously being an old England area, I was actually struggling with the path. I didn't know what kind of path to put. So this path that I put in doesn't actually stay. I kind of mess around with this. But the pathing tool in Planet Coaster 2 it's complicated, but I really like it. I really like how you can have these massive open plazas, and I'm kind of using the draw tool to actually draw out my areas that I actually want the paths to go. Basically, it gives you a lot more freedom. It's just I'm not sure how to, and this is obviously, I've literally had the game a few days now, and this is all a work in progress. This is the first thing I've ever done on here. I've not even gone into like a sandbox mode and just had a little play around. I literally jumped straight into this. So everything you see now is my first go at this game. And I'm really happy with how things actually turn out. It looks really, really good, like the end product. I like this little lake area that we got going on in the middle of the park. You literally walk straight through, and you got this lake, and this lake's gonna kind of like go off into different areas as well, into like little rivers going off into each area, which will be really nice. Especially, so the next area we're doing is we're going to basically go anti-clockwise around the theme park. So the next area is going to be on the right as you walk in, and that is going to be the Viking area. So I want lots of nice little, like a bit of like a lagoon kind of area with lots of like little ponds and streams and stuff. So that'll all connect from this main lake that I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit of light theming onto the building, just trying to figure out what works well. This is why I didn't really want to record too much of this, because I don't want you guys just watching me try a lot of different things. But I'm just kind of going for just like a standard kind of feel for it. I don't want it to be too heavily themed. Like if you look at old pictures of like train stations in England, there's not really much to them, so I didn't want it to be too much. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Again, there's just a lot of landscaping I need to do. That's the main thing. It looks so plain at the moment, but as soon as you get all your trees in and all your flowers and your bushes, it does bring it to life. So as you can see, I'm adding all this now, which is really good. So yeah, we've got the main ride that I put in. I put this in before, and I realised I wasn't even recording. So we have got a chair swing type ride in, which is really nice. On that, you can't really see it in the recording here, but that's on the corner right there, which would be really nice. You'd be just swinging over this little lagoon area. And then another ride I'm going to put in this England area is actually a Teacups ride. So we'll get to that soon. Just still putting a lot of detail into the train station. So the main part of this building is actually for the queue. As you saw before, I was putting the queue into this area, and I'll have to extend the queue, especially in Planet Coaster 1. Transportation rides like your chair lifts and your trains, they were so popular. Like, I've heard bad things about Planet Coaster 2, that rides that should be popular aren't popular, and rides that shouldn't be popular are really popular. So I don't know if that's a bit of a glitch that they haven't fixed yet. But for example, someone made like a really cool roller coaster. It didn't seem too intense or anything like that. Like all the stats were really good, and just none of the guests were going on it. So I don't know what's going on there. Again, the game's just come out. There's going to be lots of fixes, and as well as we're building this, it's going to be a long series. I really want to take my time and get it perfect, really. So I'm thinking if I take my time with it, hopefully there'll be some content packs like DLC that come out, which will help with the other themes that I'm doing. Like I'm sure that's why they haven't put them in. They're probably going to release them as like DLC, which is what they did in Planet Coaster 1, to be fair. But yeah, going back on, this is the pub area now that I've got. This is the Black Bull. Just do a bit more tinkering on the building, making it all look nice. And to the right there, we've got like a little beer garden as well. So off camera as well, I'm going to work on the interior of this as well. Again, I don't really want to bore you guys with me just working on little bits in the interior. So I just thought I'd just do the basic bits. It is crazy how much little things like these wooden panels just make such a difference to the building. Brings it to life, because without these, the building just looks so plain. And back in old Planet Coaster, like Planet Coaster 1, like back in my old parks, I never used to do any of this. I used to just build plain wooden buildings and just not theme them up, and they just looked awful. It is crazy how much this makes such a difference. But it's so simple as well. It's just literally just wooden beams that I'm just putting in. But if you look at old pictures of like old English buildings, this is what they look like. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. But yeah, I'm doing the I'm copying it all over, just so I can copy it over to the other side, as you can see there. But obviously I'll just have to extend it out a bit and just fill in the gaps. Really easy to do though. It's one thing that I've struggled with, which I'm still kind of getting used to, is if you don't have items attached to a building, it's really hard to multi-select them. I think you have to press I on the keyboard, and then you have to select multiple things, and then you can move them. Like before, I think you could just, there's like a little select tool at the bottom of on the control panel. You could just literally just click that and just copy multiple things over, which was so much easier. There's things that they've done on this game, which I know they've probably done it to make it easier, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't make it easy at all. Makes it a lot harder. But yeah, I love this building. I just love the fact that we got this little beer garden as well. I could just imagine it when I let the people actually come into the theme park, just them all sitting on them benches and stuff. And as you can see as well, you can see all these little, it's like a lightning bolt. So in this game, unlike the first one, you actually have to have a power supply. So that is something we'll get to soon. You'll see me put in one of them, but that's going to be interesting to see how that works. And then also, there's water parks in the game as well, so it'll be interesting to see. I think you have to have like water towers and stuff like that to actually have the water supply for your rides and stuff. But yeah, it makes sense. I like how they've done it, and I don't know if you can turn that off in the settings. Like if you can't be bothered to do all that. Like in the first game, I think you could turn off like having your staff like happiness and stuff like that. You could turn that off, which made it a lot easier. I'm not sure if you could do that in this game. I've not actually checked out the settings, so yeah, I'll have a look at that, because that does make it a lot easier. But I have got a few staff rooms that I have put in. But yeah, I'm just putting a few little flower beds in. I use these quite a lot. I really like these. You just fill in any little gaps you've got. It just brings it all together. That's the thing. I basically just put the shells in, and now I'm just going back and filling in all the blanks and just making it look more like a theme park. Put a bit of ivy on the wall there. I like these pieces. Again, I'm just playing around really, and just trying different things out. Now these that I put in, I'm not sure if I like them, because they just look very copy and paste. So I might either change the colour of them just to make them look a bit different, or I might just like fit them out a bit more. Yeah, just filling in these gaps here as well, near the beer garden. You can see, it's looking really, really nice now. It does, looking at it now, the buildings do all look the same, but I've just literally Googled what it looks like old buildings, and that's what it looked like, so I've literally just got my inspiration off the internet, really. And then here, I want to put in some stepping stones. I know you can't actually use them, I just thought it'd be a nice little feature to have some stepping stones. And you can actually rescale items, which is really cool, so you can make them larger, smaller, and all that, and you can. There's a lot more personalization on the rides that you can see. Then I'm just changing the color of the chair swing. So here I'm putting some sort of like backstage area for the staff to go into, and this is going to house these generators. I was just trying to figure out what you actually do with them. So you can see they're running underneath all these shops, but you have like the actual main thing, and then you've got some sort of extender. So I was trying to figure out which one you have to put in. So you can see there I've got the main one in. I'm just trying to connect that up, and nothing seemed to be happening. So I was like, what the heck do I need to do here? But then you need to have a substation like that, and then there you go. It opens up and it's all good to go. So just putting some roofing on this building. I do go back to change this roof. I did put like a green on it, because if you look at a lot of theme parks, they do use this green because it kind of hides the building, but I just didn't like how it looked, so I did go back and just put it as a grey. And then there I just put a power outlet to the ride as well, so you need to have power to all your rides. I'm going back to the gift shop now, filling it all in. So I do actually go back off camera and put some shop fittings in, so like shelving and stuff like that. It's just I can't seem to find any items to put on the actual shelves. Like in the first game I made a gift shop and there were like little bits and bobs that you can just clutter the shelves with. But I've not seen anything here at the moment that I can do that with. Here I'm actually just putting in the outline of the building for this Valhalla style indoor water ride that I'm going to do, just so I know whereabouts it's going to be. And then I'm just drawing the path over to this area, just so I know whereabouts it's going to be located, so I can see where the entrance area ends and where the Viking area starts. So I'll just pop that in there. Again, I go back and change all this path. It doesn't really fit in with the Old England style. I think I changed it to some sort of like cobblestone, which fits a lot better. So yeah, I'm just going to fill this little area in here with some fencing. That building there with the blue shutter, that is the guest services. So that's where the guests will go for any information, any disability passes or anything. You'll get that from there. Park maps and stuff. That's where you'll get all that stuff. So yeah, that's right near the entrance. We've got this toilet block to the right here, and then this building here that I'm actually decorating. There's nothing in there. This is just to fill the gap, just to make it look a lot more complete. Just putting a lot more decoration on that. Yeah, just making this entrance area look a lot better. You kind of got this pre-entrance bit as you walk through the turnstiles, and then as soon as you go underneath that sort of building, that's where the main entrance plaza is, your main street kind of area. And again, I'm just putting this little bit here just because that building looked too big and a bit too bland on that side. I know I go back and put all the details on it, but I just thought I needed to add a little bit more, so I just thought I'd do that. And I do struggle with copy and pasting bits over. It doesn't click in as good as the first game did, and I don't know if that's me doing that and just not doing it right. Again, I'm still learning, but yeah, that's something I find pretty difficult. But you can see here, I'm just copying all this over. This can be a bit of a nightmare to do, but it does make it so much easier. You see there, just clicked in, all done, just copy a few bits up, and you've got yourself a full decorated side of a building. I do love the copy and paste aspects to it all. It is really good. Yeah, this area is really looking good now. You can see the style I'm going for now. I'm going to put the second ride in soon as well, which is going to be a Teacups ride, so that's going to go in this English area as well. Yeah, it's looking really, really good. So I was going to put a few more shops in this beginning bit, but I was kind of going off, like, if you look at Alton Towers, they've literally just got you've got the main gift shop, you've got the box office, you've got guest services, and then you got like a little hot dog stand. So I didn't want to do too much. Like, the pub's a nice touch, because Alton Towers don't have like a big restaurant on their main street, so I thought that would look really good on that side. But the actual style I'm going for with this is actually Busch Gardens Williamsburg. They've got an English entrance, so that's kind of the style that I've gone for with this. And you can see here now we're actually putting in the next flat ride of the area, which is going to be a Teacups ride. And you can see here that I'm actually doing the pathway, and I'm just showing you a bit of the pathway tool. And it is really, really cool. You can actually put things on this thing so it doesn't look out of place. So I'll place this straight onto this pathway and it just fits in perfectly. And now I'm just putting the actual queue line around the back of it. As you can see, it just looks fantastic. Like before, you'd have all grass gaps in between your rides that you'll have to like theme up. But now, yeah, you don't need to do any of that. So I'm thinking, my thought behind this is an old English tea room greenhouse kind of feel. So I'm actually putting in a custom canopy over it, which I've never done anything like this before. But I really liked how it turned out, which you'll see soon. But yeah, I'm just playing with a few pieces, just seeing what fits well. Again, there's a lack of pieces for me. I think they needed to add a lot more. I don't know why they didn't just put in the same amount of pieces in the first game and just transfer it over. Again, they've probably done it so they can do it as DLC and make money, which I don't really agree with, but it is what it is. So here, I was actually trying to do, this is what I was on about before, like the multi-select, because this isn't actually a building, it's like individual pieces. I was trying to select each piece, and I just could not get it to do it, so I did have to have a little Google and actually see how you do it. So you do actually press I, and then it actually comes up saying what you wanna press. So I pressed I, and have I pressed I? Oh, there you go, pressed I, and then you got this multi-select, and then you select the pieces you want, and then you can then move whatever you've selected over. So I was going to do this just to make it easier, make sure I've got it all symmetrical, because I want it's going to be like a round shape. So yeah, you can see here I'm putting the 4 main bits in it, and then I can select all them 4 bits and just copy and paste it round in a circle until I've got a full circle of areas. But you can see I'm having a bit of trouble selecting this, because every time I was selecting this, it kept selecting the actual Teacups ride itself as well, which I didn't want. But I managed to do eventually, put it into place, get it. I deleted that in the end because I kept selecting it, but you can see I'm trying to get it lined up as best as I can, making sure they're all touching at the top. But yeah, so I deleted them because they basically, it wasn't accurate, so I ended up redoing it. So there, you can see there, I've done that, and then a bit like a pizza, each quarter, put it in like that until I've got a perfect circle. I accidentally tilted it then. But yeah, going right round, and I thought, yeah, that's enough there, so I've done that. And then it's just all about connecting it all together with these little pieces, which are going in like that, and then going right around with this. This is a bit of a fiddly process, but it's something that I needed to do. And then I'm just deleting the path, just to rebuild it again, because obviously when I deleted that ride, it put like holes in the path, so I just thought I'd redo it again, pop it back into place like that, and then carry on putting these around. Yeah, with this I was gonna copy and paste it around, but I just thought it'd be easier and more precise to just go around like each individual bit and just put it in like this. But another thing that I need to do as well, you'll see in a minute, I do add a few lights to it, but I need a lot more lighting. I want some nice rope lighting. I want it to look pretty magical, this ride. Yeah, I like how it looks now, but it does look very bare, and I haven't actually gone back and done much more to it. I put a bit of foliage on the actual roof of it to make it look a bit more overgrown, a bit like a greenhouse, which is the theme I'm going for. But yeah, I think a few rope lights over the top of it will look nice. And you can actually attach scenery to the ride, so I might actually attach a few little bits and bobs to it. In the original game, it did have a big teacup in the middle, and that would have fitted perfectly with the theme I'm going for. But unfortunately, I don't think we've got that scenery piece, so I can't put a big teapot in the middle of it. I might think of something else that I can do just for that centre. You can see there is like an empty space in that centerpiece. It's so you can basically put whatever you want in there to theme it to different themes. You can have it Viking themed, whatever you want it to be. Here I'm selecting all these, and I actually do something really cool. So here you can resize things. So I've done that to put these little rings around the roof, a few more supports basically. So yeah, you can see here I had to like type in the number I wanted because it's really sensitive, the actual resizing thing. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks, and I put one little one at the top as well because there was a few gaps that I missed from when I did the copy and paste before. But that looks fantastic. I think I'm really happy with how it looks. I was going to do like a glass roof, but I don't know if there's glass panels in the game yet. And even if they were, I don't think I'll be able to fit them into this shape that I wanted to go for anyway. So I've just kind of left it open air. Maybe pretend that there's glass in it. It doesn't, you know, you can't really tell. And then these are the lights that I'm putting right around the area. I did try copy and pasting them, but I just thought, sod it. I'll just literally just put them in individually. It's easier. I'm just kind of free-handing it though. I know they're probably not the same height and everything like that, but it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and at night it does look really nice lit up. There's already a few lights already on the actual ride itself, like which are there just like by default, which is absolutely fine. But yeah, a few more string lights around this would be really nice. And I need to go back and put some more flower beds around it as well. So yeah, you can see what it looks like at night. Really nice. Really happy with that. Again, I need to do some more street lighting on the actual entrance area itself, which I will go back and do that at some point. Around the edge, I'm going to put this wall in, which I went with this brick wall because this is very, very English. It's probably not the same time period as the rest of it. This is probably a bit more modern. But I just thought we can maybe have two time periods bleed into each other. I just thought this will look perfect for this kind of greenhouse theme that I'm going for, a bit like a garden centre. So I've gone for this wall right round, and I will go back and theme up this wall a bit more, bit of foliage, a bit more lighting, maybe some, like, what is it where plants grow up? Trellis, a bit of trellising on there, just make it look really nice. And the queue is going to go right along this wall anyway, so you can see I'm putting in the queue line. Again, I don't know if you can actually get rid of the fencing on the queue line, because I wouldn't mind actually putting in some custom fencing, but I don't actually know how you do that. If you guys know how to do that, please let me know down below, because I'll really appreciate how to do that, because yeah, I don't really like the standard metal fencing that you get on it. Putting it, you can see here I'm putting in the sign, and for some reason it's upside down, so yeah, we've got the black bowl there. And then I love these that they put in, these fonts that they've got. So I'm just spelling out gift shop, and then that'll go up on the roof. Just trying to find the right letter in there. But yeah, I'm loving how they put this in, because you could get these in the first game, but it wasn't official. It was Theme Maker's toolkit, which people had made, and then they like imported it into the game. But they, like anything Theme Makers, slowed the game down so much. So yeah, I'm glad that they put these in. But yeah, I think that looks really good. Put some supports in behind it, just for like realism. That's the thing with this park as well. I want it to be really realistic. So I'm going to do backstage areas for the staff. Coasters are going to have a maintenance area. Just try and keep it as realistic as possible. This bit here, this is the box office. So yeah, see me putting in the thing again, upside down. Don't know why it was upside down. I was tying at one for the beer garden, but I think I left this. I don't think I put one on for it. In fact, I think I did go back and put like a hanging sign on there, which you don't see now. I did that off camera, I think. But yeah, and then I'm thinking of the end of the area. So yeah, I deleted some of this path because I thought the path was way too wide. Especially when you're coming like into a new area, you don't want it to be too wide. So yeah, you can see there I've narrowed it a bit. And I'm going to put like the exit building to this area along here. Again, I'm going to delete some of this path to make it a bit more narrow. I honestly love that pathing tool. Again, I need to work out how to smooth the edges. There is a smoothing tool, but every time I use it, it doesn't seem to work as well as I'd hope it to. But yeah, I'm putting in this end area. It's basically going to be two little turrets with a bit going over the top, a bit like the entrance bit that we've got. So again, same colours, the white and the black. And then this middle bit, I don't go with them. I think I changed it to something else. Yeah, I go with these, and I think I deselect it from the building. Yeah, you can see here I'm going to select, oh maybe not right now, right, I'm going to put the floor bit on. But yeah, basically I unselect it from the building, and then I move it a bit more centrally, which you'll see in a second. Yeah, I'm just putting these flooring bits on. Again, yeah, these don't snap into place like it did in the first one, which I really don't like. I don't know why it doesn't do it. Again, I need to have a proper look and a proper play around. That's why when I go back and just finish this area off camera, I kind of want to just be able to just play around with loads of different things, and again, I just think it'd be so boring for you guys to watch that. So I just thought I'll do the main bit, the shell of the buildings, so you can get an idea of the actual layout itself, and then I can go back and basically just finish it all off. I will show you the finished product at the end of the video as well. So in a few minutes you'll see the end products, and you'll see kind of the idea. I just want you to have the basic layout. You can kind of see what I'm going for, and then yeah, I'll go back and just edit it all. But yeah, so through this entrance is there's going to be a bit of a walkway, and then you come into the Viking area, which I'm really excited to do. That'll be the next episode, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that one, where we're going to start off with building this indoor water roller coaster. No, not water roller coaster, a water log flume. And I'm going to go with the new log flume type, which is it's like a 2-seater one, a bit like Splash Mountain type one. I'm not a fan of the log flumes in the game because they are a bit janky, like some of the drops are a bit janky, but we'll try our best to make it as good as possible. It's going to be heavily themed. Really looking forward to using the Viking bits as well. There's some fantastic parts, and yeah, I love the fact that we've got this indoor lighting as well. Before you had to set the time to night time for it to be dark inside, but not anymore. We've got this indoor lighting, so that's going to be fantastic. Again, I'm going to have it as realistic as possible. It's going to have a big show building with a big facade on the front of it, backstage area, all that sort of mechanic area and stuff like that, with some boats out the side as well. Just make it as realistic as possible. I want like emergency exit doors in there. So I'm going to watch a few Valhalla videos just to get a few ideas, because that is the style that I wanted to go for. But yeah, just finishing off a few areas. I want to put more trees in. Trees just finish the areas off like perfectly. So I'm just putting in all these trees. And in a minute, I'm going to show you guys the actual finished area. So I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, please subscribe. In the next one, we will be starting this Viking area, so you don't want to miss that. It's going to be fantastic. I want you guys to name all the rides for me, so pop some suggestions down. We've got the indoor water ride, we've got the dive coaster, we've got the RMC, and we've probably got like a flat ride. I don't know what flat ride yet. I need to have a think. Probably like a family-friendly one, just to break up, because there's some big rides in this area. So yeah, if you can come up with some ideas for that, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. It'll probably be on next week, probably a week from this video. But yeah, here we go. This is going to be the end product of what we've been doing, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.